So hello everybody, welcome back. I'm going to humor my paranoia. Because quite frankly, if I'm going to prepare for a zombie apocalypse, I think that, I would like to tell you what I think it will happen, like actually happen, because of experience and stuff like that. So, anyway, I hope this information is helpful. And like I said, it's paranoia, meaning I don't think it's real. However, paranoia sometimes shoots, and when that thing shoots, yeah, all bets are off. So, anyway, so before I continue, I wanted to remind you that down below is my email in case you want to help me out by sending an Amazon gift card. You can also help me out by, using the PayPal account. And I have some books in Gumroad, and I hope that you like them. If you take a look at them, I really want to know what people think about them. So anyway, so let's say that for whatever reason, zombies do appear and things start to get crazy. So I can tell you right now that the few people that get the zombie thing, whatever, they will go in social media. So people will post these things in social media. They may or may not be taken down by whatever. So, but the rumor will start like this thing is getting real. The zombie apocalypse is getting real. So I can tell you also right now that from experience and from history, recent history, I have seen that people that are recording these things, like there was a shootout, and then there were Millennium people recording this thing, and they were literally on the path of the bullets, and they will not stop to protect themselves, but rather they will just stay there as long as they can they can take a good selfie or a good picture or something. So it's insane. And right now I can tell you that there are actual signs, like people have to print signs in the buildings, like hotels and stuff, that says, in case of a fire, go downstairs and keep yourself safe, and then tweet about it. And then it says, do not tweet while you are walking from the fire. So it's kind of like, what in the world? This didn't happen in our generations. If something bad happens, we don't care, we run. But it's like these young people, they crave the perfect picture, the perfect thing. So if there was actually a zombie apocalypse or something, I can assure you that a hell of a lot of people will be eaten by zombies and stuff, because they will try to take pictures with the freaking thing. So it will be bad. And they will also try to, every time that they're going to do something, like escaping a car or whatever, I can assure you that they might get into a hell of a lot of accidents while driving and stuff, because they will be trying to record while they're driving, or while they're running, or while they're doing a hell of a lot of things. I can also tell you right now that during the zombie real survival games, people that were recording, because like I said, people are crazy, so they want to record everything. There were actually a hell of a lot of people that dropped their cell phones, because you are running with the cell phone in your freaking hand, and this is a problem, and so people will drop their cell phones. And people actually came back towards getting the freaking cell phones, and then in the games and everything, they were crying and they were being attacked by the zombies, the actors that were supposed to be zombies and stuff. And people were panicking and crying and screaming the hell out of everything because they broke their cell phones and stuff like that. So cell phones, at this point, your attention towards the cell phones and everything related to that, I think is going to kill about 5% of all the people. And I am being very, very generous with that number. Because if it was like my thought about it, it was probably going to be 15 to 20%. But I'm going to be conservative. So 5% of the people that are facing the apocalypse thing in the first 3 days will die because people are recording it, taking selfies, they are running, and then they are going back because they dropped their cell phone, because they don't have their cell phone protected. And also because they don't know what the hell to do, and they are probably using their cell phone and their cell phone doesn't work. At this point, I can tell you also right now, right off the bat, right now, because I have seen it happening, in videos and stuff, and it's really, really, really freaking bad. About 1% of the entire population, especially young people, again, young people less than, younger than 30, especially younger than 15, they will commit suicide. Period. And then you have, so within 3 or 4 days, you have around 7% less of the population that is dead because of problems with cell phones or suicides. So that leaves you 93%. And out of those 93%, let's say that 3% are already infected. So that is 9 out of 10. And that is, in the first 3 days. This bad. So, at this point, I can also tell you that electricity is going to probably start failing. Mostly because of transformers being broken or whatever. It's not going to be a global blackout or something. It's going to be like you enter a neighborhood and they don't have power. And they if there are zombies around or whatever, there is nobody that will come and fix the transformers or fix whatever. So basically, if you enter an area that doesn't have power, they are very likely not going to get it back. Unless you have somebody that lives in that area that actually works for an electrical company and they know what the hell they're doing and they are able to get the transformers, because getting the transformer is one thing and then putting it up is something else. So, getting the thing is going to be very hard. So if you didn't have enough maintenance and you have storms or whatever, you will have areas that have power and others areas that do not have power. Now, at this point, I'll give you 50-50 chance about getting power in the area that has the main water pumps for the cities. If the power outage is in the area that has that water pump that provides water for the entire city, after that power outage, you literally have about 3 days for the whole entire city to be completely Mad Max kind of situation, because no power in certain areas is not going to kill anyone. I mean, you may panic and whatever, but it's not going to die. It's not going to make you die. However, if the power outage is in that area and then you have no water for 3 days straight in the entire city, yeah, that's another story. We went through that, real life. We went through that. And I can tell you that on day 3, people in the cities were getting water from the sewers. So if you are still here in the city and that happened and that problem hasn't been fixed, and I mean being fixed like within 1 day or 2 days, then on day 3, you are not getting any kind of water, and it doesn't matter how much money you have. Nobody, unless you are like extremely, and I don't mean extremely rich, then you're not getting water. If you're not getting water within the city and you are in a summer situation and you're hot or whatever, yeah, you're leaving. I'm sorry. It's just the way you are. It's just the way things are. So you better have a plan about what the hell are you going to do, because if you're staying in the city, you're going to be fighting with other people for the water. And by day 4 or 5, there will actually be people that are being dead because of dehydration and because of heat strokes and because of whatever. And at that point, I can tell you that about 2% of the population will die, roughly, because it will attack elderly, and it will get very bad with the kids, because if the kids are drinking sewer water and stuff, obviously you will have a very big problem with bacteria and a hell of a lot of things. And if there is no power, and then you don't have somebody that knows about pharmacy, at this point, if you do not know someone that has a pharmacy, or you do not have a pharmacy book, with the information about what kind of medicine to get in the freaking pharmacy, and you go to the pharmacy and the pharmacy has everything, because pharmacies will not be empty. You can get there. The pharmacies will be filled, they will have people there, whatever. But if you don't have the knowledge of what the hell are you looking for, then you're not going to be able to treat the kid. And so at this point, you really, really need to find someone that can tell you, hey, give him this or give him that, because otherwise, you have a hell of a lot of problems. And because of these problems with water and the dehydration and the heat strokes and all the other things, I will say that you have about 80 something percent of the population that will be still okay, fighting, whatever. If, considering that not everybody will be stupid enough to try to get close to a zombie. I mean, come on, I have seen people that are afraid of COVID. Oh crap, if I get close to anyone right now, I'm walking towards the mall or whatever, and I try to get close to anyone, and people will literally back away from me. And I am not sick. And I am nothing. So I'm guessing that at this point, people will just run away from zombies and stuff, and they're not going to be stupid enough to try to get too close to them. And if you survive the first days, and not... I'm guessing that your parents, if you're 20-something, your parents beat the shit out of you so that you could get out of your cell phone, and now you don't feel that impulse about, trying to get the freaking perfect selfie or something, and then, you might be able to make it out. So I'm assuming that, most people will be on the cautious side because I've seen it happening. So about 85% of the population, or 80%, will still be okay. However, with the problem with the water and the problem with panic, yeah, that one is going to affect the whole thing in a whole new level. Because if you do not have knowledge about pharmacy, it doesn't matter if if you have a doctor in your group, they might be able to tell you what to get, but you might need to you might need to bring the doctor to the actual pharmacy, because maybe he's saying something like, you need this particular medicine, but there are other medicines that can do the same thing. It's just that if you don't have the knowledge, like I said, or you don't know what the hell, then you might not get the freaking medicine properly, whatever, so it might be a problem. And also, I'm taking into consideration that if there is a power outage, in center pharmacies and stuff, then you're not getting insulin, you're not getting certain things. So by, at this point, like I said, day 5, I am assuming that all of these people are going to probably be dead or be in a very, very bad shape. So I will assume that around that percentage, it's going to be, very bad. If you require medicine for living and stuff, like blood pressure medicine and stuff like that, I can tell you that people are still getting it, they are trading it. There are still people working in the malls and they are making trades, and a hell of a lot of shops will be making trades, and a hell of a lot of shops will be selling food and stuff like that, and people will be still taking cash, and there will be ways for you to survive, to find food. So food is not going to be that bad of a problem. However, water is a hell of a new another story. So it's going to be bad in the countryside. It's going to get bad with the food, and it will take about 10 days to get bad for the food. I mean, it's not like you're going to go to the countryside in day one and try to kill all the animals that you can find in the farms on day 1 or 2 or 3 or whatever. And that's happened after 10. That will happen after 10 or 12 days. So basically, it's not going to be that bad. So, moving forward, if there is problems with electricity, and then you don't have generators or something in certain gas stations, then basically people will find a way to try to get the freaking gas. And I can tell you that when that happens, you are going to have gas stations, especially the ones that are gas per se, not gasoline, but the ones that are gas. It's not propane, but it is like, air form kind of thing. Yeah, that one, I can tell you that those stations are going to be blowing up. So I will think that a hell of a lot of people will be trying to get the freaking gasoline and stuff like that. So they will be doing very stupid things, and then those things are going to just blow up. So, and that will happen after day maybe 10 or maybe 14, around that time, because people are not going to be that desperate for fuel. However, they will get desperate for fuel after you have been 7 or 8 days in the dark in your house. So at that point, yeah, people will start getting fuel from other cars and other things. So basically, if you have a car, that thing is going to be attacked so that people can get the batteries, people can get the gasoline, and people can get other things. And this is going to be very, very, very bad. And the chance of you getting that thing, happening to you is probably around 1 in 15 or 1 in 20. So it is kind of, a very high chance thing. So anyway, I can also tell you that doctors and nurses, especially from mentally ill places like hospitals and stuff, they are going to go home as soon as they can. And so this is going to be a problem for those kind of places, because obviously these people have families, and you can't bring your family to this place, because in this place people are mentally ill, and in this place people are actually trying to kill you. So you can't bring your family here, so you have to leave. So at this point there will be a hell of a lot of problems with these kind of places. And I am not sure how that one will turn out, because it will depend upon so many factors. Like if you have nurses and doctors that are single and they are okay about staying, or you have a house that is very secure and stuff, that you can place your family there or whatever, it will depend. But it will be kind of like a weird situation. So this is going to play out a very big role later on, because if you have mentally ill people that are very unstable, and they are willing to hurt themselves and willing to hurt other people, especially because their paranoia is extremely high, like level 20 out of 10. Oh hell. And especially it's going to be very, very bad. And this is about 3 to 5% of the population that will suffer from anxiety, depression, and then are mentally ill, and then they will require medication. And at this point, I can tell you that medication is usually, they usually last about every month. Even when you have family members that you are supposed to be giving this medicine, you are giving it every 30 days, because every 30 days or something, some people will have to have their blood taken. Sorry, got interrupted. So anyway, these people also require medication that you are supposed to give them every 30 days. So depending upon the date in which this happened, people are supposed to be bringing in the new medication, or people are, people just brought the medication. So the medication that you give to mentally ill people are supposed to be given in the first, between the 28th and the 30th of every month, so that they can start over on the first, because usually that's how they work it. Usually they it's like, you need to consult with the doctor if they have to change the doses, or take more or take less, or even change the medication or whatever, depending upon how they are making progress and stuff. So if this were to happen in that day, yeah, they're not getting any medication for those, because obviously you'll have people that, are dealing with the zombie apocalypse and it's the 28th. They're not going to be thinking, yeah, I need to get there and bring the medication. Oh, hell no, people are not going to be thinking about that. So this is going to be a problem. And all of these mentally ill people will probably be out of their medication. And if they are out of their medication, I am not sure what the protocol will be for dealing with them. So, like I said, this is about, I don't know. So, whatever. Point being that at this point, you really need to look at the dates and stuff so that you can know what the hell. And I don't know. And like I said, it will depend upon where the power outages are. Because if you have a power outage that is near a cell phone tower, or it is in the cell phone tower area, the cell phone tower will have an emergency generator or backup thing or battery. That thing will last 3 days. So if you have a power outage in that area, then basically the entire area that depends upon that cell phone tower will have communication for the next 2 days, 2 days and a half. On day 2.5, the battery will be, almost dead or whatever, and then you're not going to get to have any kind of communication whatsoever anymore. So basically, once these problems start, you have to assume that you can only have cell phone coverage and stuff for the next 2.5 days, maybe 3 days. And that is, considering that you probably do not know if the cell phone tower is working and has electricity or it doesn't. So, this has to be taken into consideration, because without cell phone coverage, you can't call 911, you can't, do certain things, and it's going to be insane. So, if you don't have people that are going to be able to get there and fix it, but again, because of the transformers or whatever the hell is going on in that area, you really need the freaking electrician technicians. When you're having a city problem, the three most important people that you really, really freaking need in your community are the freaking technicians for electricity, the technicians for the water, because they will know what the hell happens with the pipe and stuff, and they might be able to help it. And then you need a social connector, and a big one. And I do mean someone that knows everyone and has like an ability to talk to everybody and find things, even though that nobody else can do it. It's like this a politician kind of guy or girl. This person will know, yeah, I know somebody, 3 blocks away from here that can lend us the water pump so that we can drain the water from that pipe so that we can get the freaking cable out. Because, the problem with these disasters in the city is that cables are going to be mixed in pipes. And those things, sometimes they have water. And when this happens, this is going to be a problem. We have had that problem several times. Like if it is raining and then there is a problem with one of the drainage, and then water was able to infiltrate into one of the pipes that had the electricity or the communication cables or whatever, the technician can't get there because there is water there. So you need to have the special water pump to take the water out of there, and then the technician can come in and fix it. So you need these three types of people. If you don't have those three types of people, yeah, you're not getting the electricity back, you're not getting the water back, and you are basically not getting the tools. Because, nobody, if you have somebody, for example, like me, that has to go out there and ask, I might be able to ask because I know a lot of people, but I am not uh, in a social connector kind of deal. That is a skill, and I am that also comes with personality. I have very good personality for that, but I suck at it. I'm not very good at it. So in a scale from 1 to 10, I probably am like probably a 5 or a 6. You need somebody that is a 9 or a 10. If it is a problem that involves a hell of a lot of people, then you need someone that is a 9 or a 10, because that person can handle all the people that are being paranoid and they are calling you 100 times a day asking, did you get the water pump? Do we have to pay? Do we have to do this? Oh crap! Oh hell no! No 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 no. So you need those three type of people. And then if you have the problems with like I said, the sewer water and then all the other things, you need a pharmacy person within your group, because the doctor, you might need it to be in the hospital or in a particular area doing the job of a doctor. But if you need the doctor to go to the pharmacy with you because he's the one that knows what the hell to take or not to take, then basically you're taking one person that should be doing one job because they know how to do two jobs. You know what I mean? And you can't divide somebody into two persons. So no, you need the pharmacy guy or girl, and if you don't have that, then the bare minimum, you need the book. And then while you're driving there or wherever, you can have the co-pilot taking a look at the book, so that you can know if this medicine A doesn't work, I can find medicine B, and if this one doesn't work, I can get medicine C, and according to this, and they have to read fast, by the way. This person really needs to how the hell to look that thing, and if this is the first time that you're looking at that pharmacy book, then yeah, you might be in trouble, because you need to know what the hell, it's like you going into a library and not understanding that the whole thing is organized in a certain way, and then you're looking at it in another way. Let's say that, like I said in the other video about etymologic and things like that, if you're thinking that the book should be organized by color, yeah, that thing is organized by letters. So if you do not know what the hell you're doing, you might spend a hell of a lot of time trying to figure out, how to get the information. So if you have that book, you really need to see the book first, so that you will be able to understand, how to look that information up and try to figure out, and then, save time. Because at this point, time is of an essence, and it's kind of like a practice thing or whatever. And like I said, if you have a pharmacy guy or girl, oh hell, that's better, because that person might tell you, hey, this one won't work, this one yes, no, this one the amount of this, blah, 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 and it's better. But, in lack of that, then knowledge. And, like I said, you need a little bit of experience. And a tiny bit of experience will be a hell of a lot better than no experience and no book and no nothing. So, it's kind of like a situation like that. So, I don't know. I mean, I think that this is, kind of like a realistic thing for the first week. After that, I can see gang members and military people and things like that stepping into action. And at that time, you might have other situations that might be present. You're not likely to have riots and stuff like that in the first 3 or 4 days, mostly because people will be too busy trying to get, whatever it is that they are getting. See, when this pandemic started, people went crazy into the stores and they bought a hell of a lot of things. But if they are zombies out there, they are just going to try to do it very fast, and people already know what the hell they're supposed to take in their own houses and stuff, and people are also aware, and they have been protecting their houses better than before. So hopefully at this time you have water tanks in your house, and you have water pumps, and then you may have generators, and then you may have, because about 10 to 20% of the population actually learns, and they learn fast. And when you do it, then your house might be a better place for you to survive this thing, rather than, you surviving this thing without nothing because you didn't go through a pandemic and you didn't go through anything. So basically, this will also help you organize the lines and organize people and stuff like that. And now you will probably know how to store fuel properly and stuff like that. And this will improve, in a way, the certain statistics. However, there are people that, even though they went through the pandemic or they are in the pandemic, they are not helping because, the parents are doing everything, and they are 17 or 18 and they are on their cell phone all the time and they don't know what the hell is happening. So they don't know, they don't pay attention. A hell of a lot of people do not pay attention, like never. And the attention span is getting smaller and smaller. It's like people have the attention of a fly. And if that is, that's going to create a hell of a lot of problems, unless, you can find a way to make it work, because you need people to actually be street smart a little bit if you're going to survive a zombie apocalypse. And anyway, you also need a plan for the kids, because you can't run with the kids. I can tell you right now, trying to run with a freaking kid, yeah, I have been there, done that. I can tell you right now, not happening. It's really bad. So no, the kid, crap. No. You really need a trolley or something to push the freaking kids, especially if they are 2 or 3 years old. I have been there, done that, when I have the fire in my house. So, oh hell no, that one is just not doable. So, not sure how to handle that one. But anyway, I hope this is, helpful to a certain point or whatever, and then, I'll explain later other things. So thank you for watching.